No, there were no B-sides for the record. We wrote a lot of songs for the record, but as we went through the process of writing and demoing, we cut anything that wasn't up to snuff. And so then the 10 songs that we thought were good enough were the ones that we recorded and didn't waste our time on anything else.
It's just like striking a match in a...
It was originally just like a working title, and we were going to call it The Economist, but Doomloop was kind of something that stuck. Listening to the demos over and over, we kind of got attached to it, so it sounds cool. And the artwork is done by a guy from Seattle his name is Jesse Treese, and I found him on the internet one night and started emailing him, and we picked the business dude cut up into pieces. It seemed apropos. It seemed like it fit kind of the thematic content of the album. He does a lot of cool collages and weird stuff that we really like, but that one really stood out to us.
Not particularly. I guess those are the 3 emo-est songs on the album, but they were written at very different phases of the writing. I guess there's some similar themes maybe, but they were written all very separately and just have a similar tone to them, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think we were in that awkward of locations, but it was kind of just, I guess it was the nature of the beast a little bit. It was where we were at the time and what we had access to without, having a lot of money to spend on stuff or any money to spend. So places we lived in and friends' houses and the back of the car in random parking lots were kind of the things that we could do and pull off and have a private place to record. So that's what we
The song that I most enjoyed recording was probably Flowers in My Teeth, because it came out relatively easily. It didn't go through a lot of drafts or anything. That was kind of the first version of the song. I don't think we even did a demo of it. I think it just came out with that. I don't think it's a good idea to talk about what songs are about literally. I think anything that I say would be worse than what you're imagining that it is. So whatever you think is $80 is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a more upbeat record. I mean, Dig Up the Dead is a lot more introspective, bordering on wallowing a little bit, not in a bad way, but it's more sensitive. But Doomloop's more fun, more outwardly, more confident.
I don't think there's like a lot of recurring themes, because it's not a concept record. There are some phrases and things that happen multiple times, but I'd say if there's a theme, it's that it's like, this sucks, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world, but it sucks, and let's talk about how it sucks. I think the big thing that we wanted was that we wanted it to be different than the other ones, and especially like a little bit less dramatic. A lot of the sad songs just didn't really make the cut. Not that we necessarily didn't want it to be sad, but they just didn't make the cut. And we wanted it to be kind of like the things that we liked about Dig Up the Dead, like the kind of fuzzy, blown out parts of it, just turned up, as much as possible, and just really still hit emotionally in that same way without being a little less I'm crazy kind of thing,
The software we use to do the drums, his name is John Momberg. He is a software pack that we found online through a friend. and he is so accurate that you might think he is a computer game, but he's not. And they were recorded in Austin, and so we kind of smashed everything together to make the final product.
There were a few different fuzz and distortion pedals used on the record. The main one was probably the Proco Rat pedal, but also just a lot of guitars done direct, like just plugging straight in without going through an amp or anything like that, which makes them sound kind of fuzzier. There's also a few different big muff pedals, like these the Black Russian ones that with some mods to them to take the tone control out, which makes them sound nuts. Also a clone of a Jordan Boss tone that is cool for some kind of more gnarly things. But yeah, the Rat really gets a lot done in different ways. Like it can be kind of mild, or it can be super nuts. Yeah, cool.
So the ending for Out for Blood, a very popular question. The whole thing is it's a statement